Hi Positive Readers, it's Positive Writer today with another video. And today, I'm going to be reviewing for you, I wasn't supposed to show the book yet, Last Ones Left Alive by Sarah Davis-Goff.
All I do is adore you all of the time.
This book was sent to me by the publisher. I was contacted to receive this book for the 2021 tour that they're doing. And so I received it, and I read it, and now I'm reviewing it for you guys. And I'm going to be talking about it today. I will be spoiling it a little bit, but the beginning of this review will definitely be spoiler free because I want to kind of just pitch it to you guys so you can read it and know my thoughts on it without knowing too much about the book yourself if you want to go read it. So without further ado, thank you again to the publisher for sending me this. This is an apocalyptic novel, and it's about this girl named Orphan who basically some tragedy happens in her life, and so after that tragedy, she is now on the road in search of these banshees that are just like a female fighting group. And since it's an apocalypse, it's like very barren lands, no one's hardly around, and she's on her way to go find these banshees. And you know, she's trying to get off this island that she was born on. And you know, a lot of stuff happens. It's like a zombie apocalypse type vibe. And yeah, it was compared to 28 Days Later, which is one of my favorite horror movies ever, and it did give me that exact vibe, because it's in Ireland, and, you know what I'm saying, it's very vacant streets and such, and the zombies are pretty horrible, and, you know, that's the vibe that I was getting, and so, that is what the book is about. I gave the book a 3-star. It was definitely good, and I enjoyed myself, even though it wasn't the best book ever, you know. So, I wanted to talk to you about my thoughts today. I don't want to spoil it too much yet, so I'll just kind of go over the novel and the pacing and stuff like that, and then I'll go a little bit to my thoughts. Just in case you don't really care about spoilers, or you've read it already and want to know what I thought about specific things. So right off the back, I enjoyed the book because they made you want to keep reading. Like, they established the world of being, you know what I'm saying, perilous, you know. She is on her own with this dog, and she's carrying someone with her, and she kind of is just going. And we don't really know why this happened, you know, how this came to be, how she came to be out here, things like this. So I love that the book kind of makes you want to keep reading, if only to just continue finding out stuff about this girl's story and the story of the world at this time. I thought that was fantastic. You know, it's a very lonely novel because she's by herself. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, all you get is like her thoughts and her memories and such. But I really enjoyed that. Honestly, the book is a really good apocalyptic novel, I think. And it was, again, very enjoyable and pretty brutal at times, too. And I flew through it, which I love any book I can fly through. It was a very good sign if I could fly through it. And so I was reading some every single day, and it was really, really good. And I enjoyed myself. It was definitely a solid novel. Now, let's talk about a little bit my thoughts about it. I said that I loved, this is a spoiler, kinda, because this is one of those novels that kind of reveals the story as the book goes along, like I said, and while the actual action is going on, we also find out how she got here. So one of the things that we find out is that she grew up in a very nice household. Her mom and the lady that she lived with, Maeve, they were both really good, parents to her, kind of, like especially her mom, and they made an environment for her that felt really safe and nice, even though the world was completely in turmoil and completely in rubbish, you know, in ruin. And I think that is amazing because, you know what I'm saying, oftentimes, you know what I'm saying, you have an apocalyptic novel and the kids grow up in a very bad environment where they have to take care of themselves or whatever. But I love that they decided that they wanted a good life for her, you know what I'm saying, at least the first like 6 years of it. They made sure she got to be a child and then went straight into the training. That's because I love the dynamic, because it was a balance. It was like she got to be a child for 6 straight years, and then when she was 7, they immediately started her on training and teaching her all the stuff she needs to know to survive in the world. And I think it's the perfect way to teach, honestly. When it comes to, you know what I'm saying, obviously perfect, there isn't no way to perfectly parent a child. But when it comes to especially something as perilous as a apocalyptic situation, I think it was great to kind of give her that imaginative, you know what I'm saying, first formative years as like a child, and then finally instill in her all the things she's gonna need to know to survive for the rest of her life, you know? I thought that was amazing. That was one of my favorite things about the book. And she was describing one time that she had some paintings in her house, and the painting was like from the world before or whatever, and she said something like, that's what painters were, maybe. Painters basically were meant to kind of capture a certain time period or a certain emotion or something, so that people can kind of look back and see that, you know, and maybe even in the future that it will be better understood. And that reminds me of one of my favorite quotes about how the harvest of the things that you do is not here. So don't be afraid or sad that you don't get any recognition for the things that you do while you're here or at a certain time, because it's not meant for now, you know? So I think that was what she was kind of trying to convey, that this painter that had painted this painting that's in her house basically painted something that they only could understand when they got to this very perilous point where he might not even be alive anymore, you know? And it really kind of made me think about that quote, so that was really nice. Again, I don't want to say too much about this book, I just think you should go read it, but it was good. I definitely enjoyed it, and if you like apocalyptic novels, if you like feminist novels, if you like, you know what I'm saying, danger around every corner, kind of isolation type of novel, definitely read this. I will recommend it for that reason, for sure. And again, it's a pretty solid book, and you fight through it, so... You know what I'm saying? No harm, no foul. Just give it a try. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you go out and read this. I'll see you guys later with another video and a whole bunch more reviews and videos coming soon.